Amid the foggy hills lies a small town, Greenbrier County. That winter, a murder in this quiet town would go down in American history as the case solved by a ghost. On the morning of January 23rd, Elva Zona Heaster Shue, known simply as Zona, was found lifeless on the floor of her home. Her husband, Edward Shue, ran to the neighbors shouting, "My wife has fallen." But the strange angle of Zona's neck did not go unnoticed. When the doctor arrived, Edward was sobbing beside her, or so it seemed. He refused to let anyone touch her head or neck, insisting the coffin be closed at once. The death was quickly ruled natural causes. That night, Zona was laid to rest. But the story didn't end there, because her mother, Mary Jane Heaster, felt her daughter's soul was not at peace. Mary Jane couldn't sleep for weeks. A mother's heart told her, and something was terribly wrong. And one night, the air in her house turned cold. The door creaked open, the candle flickered, and a whisper filled the room. "Mother, he killed me." Mary Jane froze as the faint figure of her daughter appeared before her. Zona stood in her white dress, bruises dark across her face. In a trembling voice she spoke. Her husband, Edward, had broken her neck in a fit of rage. "He grabbed my throat because I didn't answer," said the spirit. Then everything went silent. Then Zona turned her head toward her mother, and a cracking sound filled the room. Mary Jane watched in horror as her daughter's head hung almost completely to one side. The ghost faded away, but the sound, the image, never left Mary Jane's mind. The next morning, Mary Jane went straight to the county prosecutor, John Preston, her eyes hollow from sleepless nights, her voice trembling. She told him her daughter's ghost had revealed her murder. Preston didn't believe her, but whispers about Edward Shue had already spread through town. One of his previous wives had died mysteriously. Another had called him cruel. Those suspicions made Preston reconsider, and he ordered an exhumation. On February 22, 1897, Zona's grave was opened. The autopsy was held in a nearby schoolhouse. It lasted 3 hours. Finally, the doctor fell silent, then wrote his report. Neck broken between the first and second vertebrae. Windpipe crushed, fingerprints visible on the throat. Mary Jane had been right. Her daughter's neck had indeed been broken, exactly as the ghost had shown her. Edward Shue was arrested. The town was in shock. For the first time in U.S. history, a man would be tried based on a ghost's testimony. The courtroom was packed on the day of the trial. The prosecutor avoided the ghost story, but the defense attorney brought it up to discredit her. "Are you truly claiming to have seen your daughter's ghost?" Mary Jane didn't hesitate. "Yes, she came for 4 nights and told me everything." The courtroom fell silent. No matter how much the lawyer pressed her, Mary Jane never wavered. The people of Greenbrier had made up their minds. A mother would not lie, and perhaps sometimes justice can speak even after death. Edward Shue was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life in prison. 3 years later, Edward died in prison, buried in an unmarked grave. Years later, a plaque was placed beside Zona's grave. It reads, "Here lies Zona Heaster Shue, whose ghost appeared to her mother and revealed the truth about her murder. Justice sometimes speaks through the dead." To this day, visitors still leave flowers at her grave in Greenbrier. And at night, when the wind howls through the valley, some claim they still hear her whisper, No one believed me when I was silent, but now everyone knows.